Informative Classics, we are back. Guys, welcome to the channel. Guys, the current situation that is going on with the Titan submarine and the people who lost their lives during a voyage towards the Titanic has caused the conversation about safety concerns going forward, and has caused a conversation about why people shouldn't try to venture down to see the Titanic. I understand people might want to see the Titanic up close and personal, and they may want to see what the Titanic looks like up close and personal. So I did a little research and I found this video here that you're looking at. I found it in the Library of Congress's website. You guys can search for it as well. And I just wanted to tell the quick story to those who may not know anything about the Titanic. Now, I know there's people out there who know about the Titanic. I know many of you have seen videos, many of you have seen the movie. But guys, there are people out there who don't know about the Titanic. There are people out there who don't know what happened on April 15th, 1912. There are people who don't want to search these things, who don't want to do the research. So they come here to YouTube to find out what happened, and they come to find out the information. So this video is for those people who want to know what happened on April 15th, 1912. So let me go ahead and let you know what took place. The RMS Titanic was a British passenger liner, the largest of its kind at the time, that sank in the early hours of April 15th, 1912, after colliding with an iceberg during its maiden voyage from Southampton to New York City. The tragedy claimed the lives of over 1,500 passengers and crew members, making it one of the deadliest peacetime maritime disasters in history. The Titanic was built by the White Star Line, a prominent British shipping company, and was designed to be the ultimate luxury liner of its time. It was equipped with the state-of-the-art facilities, including a swimming pool, a gymnasium, a Turkish bath, and a squash court, along with numerous restaurants, lounges, and bars. The ship was also fitted with the latest safety features, such as watertight compartments and a double-bottomed hull, which were meant to make it unsinkable. The Titanic set sail from Southampton on April 10th, 1912, with over 2,200 passengers and crew members on board. Amongst them were some of the wealthiest and most prominent people of the era, including John Jacob Astor, Benjamin Gilliam, and Isidore Stratus. The ship made stops in Cherbourg, France, and Queenstown, now known as Chau, before heading across the Atlantic towards New York City. On the night of April 14th, 1912, the Titanic was sailing through the North Atlantic when it struck an iceberg at around 11:40 p.m. The impact caused a series of holes in the ship's hull allowing water to flood in. Despite the efforts of the crew to patch up the damage and pump out the water, the situation quickly became critical. The Titanic's design meant that it could only stay afloat with 4 of its watertight compartments flooded, but the iceberg had breached 5. As the water continued to pour in, the ship began to tilt forward and sink. The crew began to lower the lifeboats, but there were not enough for everyone on board. The women and the children were given priority, and many of the male passengers and crew members remained on board until the very end. The Titanic's wireless operators sent out distress signals which were picked up by other ships in the area, but it was too late. The ship sank around 2:20 a.m. on April 15th, 1912, taking with it 1,500 lives. The survivors were rescued by the RMS Carpathia, which arrived on scene several hours later. The disaster sparked widespread outrage and led to significant changes in the maritime safety regulations. The sinking of the Titanic has since become one of the most iconic and enduring tragedies of the 20th century and has inspired numerous books, films, and documentaries. The sinking of the Titanic, guys, also has inspired many people to try and go see it. The people who went currently and who were aboard this Titan, they were a part of a family who had 2 of their relatives on the Titanic, and they wanted to actually go see it for themselves. This is a message to anyone who may be connected to the people who are on that Titanic. Watch the videos. Watch the documentaries. And watch things that will bring you closer to the history. Don't take any vessels into the ocean and try to take a look at the Titanic itself, because this current tragedy has let us know that in the deep, dark depths of the ocean, things can easily turn tragic. I hope this was an informative video for you, as I always try to make it.